name is Rabbi M.J. Newman, and I am the Jewish and palliative care chaplain at Greenwich Hospital. My work involves bringing health and healing and support to the Jewish community as they may run into difficulties, whether that be healing in the hospital or the presence of anti-Semitism. I try to connect the community with the larger Jewish community with sources of healing and support. So we have a mission there called Bikur Cholim, which means welcoming the ill, being a welcoming presence to those who are ill. And that we have a number of volunteers, at which Rebecca Colin, she is someone who has been very influential in my life and someone who has worked for a connection between entities in the community, especially the hospital, also the Greenwich International Film Festival, and her own profound sense of Jewishness and her pride in her heritage. So because of her, I'm here today and welcoming people to the Jewish film series. The three films that are being presented as part of the Jewish film series, which runs from the 25th to the 27th of this month, are Fiddler's Journey to the Big Screen, 3 Minutes a Lengthening, and Stories from the Violins of Hope. This series is important because art can transcend bias. Art is knowledge that comes into the heart as opposed to the mind. So when we have an experience of a culture or a people that touches us in a emotional way, we are more likely to be warmed to that culture or to find that culture accessible to us. And in these three films, I think each one of them presents an aspect of Jewish life and Jewish culture, which is transhuman. Whoever you are as a human being, you can relate to and be touched by these films. A couple of them reference the Holocaust, which is, of course, the great traumatic Jewish event. Something happened in the center of Europe, which was an inconceivable human horror. In spite of all of Western culture and all that we know of religion and philosophy and art and science, human beings were still able to take out of their own homes, out of their own towns, 6 million human beings. Everyone needs to deal with this because this is a hole in the human soul, not just the Jewish soul. But as human beings, ask the existential question, how did this happen? And it must never happen again. We have to find the place in each one of us that could allow such a thing to happen. Confront it and say that this is not the way that human beings interact in the world. We have to interact from a place of openness and compassion and a sense that the other suffers as we suffer and feels as we feel. There is no scapegoating acceptable in human relations. Every person who is scapegoated has a contribution to make if only we will open to them, to their giftedness and to their humanity. So may it never happen again. And may we learn by the sensitivity of the three films that we are going to see on the 25th to the 27th. May we learn a little something about another culture, which allows us to see how precious that is and how precious every culture is. I want to thank everyone who is involved in this, everyone at the Greenwich International Film Festival. I want to thank Aaron Pollock for being my partner in producing this welcome video. I want to thank the Eve and Simon Colin Foundation and my dear friend Rebecca Colin for their participation in helping to make this happen. I want to thank Mary Jane Ryan for leading the discussions, someone who's also a friend of mine, all the filmmakers, all the artists who participated, actors and individuals who participated in the films. Thank you for bringing these incredible works of art into being. We so appreciate you all.